Hi everybody, so today's video is going to be talking all about nervous dogs, and we have Michael Shiels with us here as a groomer.
I'm always here as a groomer.
To talk about his experience with nervous dogs and things that he would recommend. So we've done this in a whole new style. As you can see, we're not in the studio. We're sitting at a table and we're going to have a chat about it and talk about some of the products. So tell us, nervous dogs, how do you deal with nervous dogs? A dog that is literally coming in, whether it's maybe a rescue dog, a puppy, a dog that's maybe had a really bad experience before with another groomer, and it's coming to you for the first time. How do you deal with it?
Well, making sure that the salon isn't busy. Okay. That's the biggest thing, right? So we would book them in on their last appointment, and this is for rescue dogs and things like that. And even if a dog has had a bad experience elsewhere and it's coming to me for the first time, now we do have a lot of them. And we've got videos up in my page if you ever want to go and have a look of what it is I've done and how I've transformed them into being okay in the salon. It takes time and patience. It takes a lot of visits. So on the first visit, we get them in and we just try and play about with them, even though they're squealing out of them and they've had a bad experience in the salon, Tori. And you know, it's just, you know, getting the customer to understand that this dog has been traumatized somewhere along its line in its life. Should it be in a salon, a vet's, on the street, anywhere at all, and human, natural contact to human is very, very scary for them. So we just bring them in once or twice a week. We try and play with them and whatever else, and then we'll go through that for a couple of weeks, and then we get them in then again, and then we try and get them into the bath. Now that can be a very horrendous thing, as you know yourself, for dog groomers out there, you will know what I'm talking about.
What would you use in the bath then?
We use restraints, but we also use calming shampoos, and then we also use wee sprays and things. And if you've got even incense and things in your salon that you can burn, you know, like lavender and things like that, that can keep the environment stress-free. And also, big key, dogs take everything from you, and their energy fields is a lot higher than our energy fields, so they sense everything really, really quick. So if you're anxious about doing this dog and you're stressed about doing this dog, then that dog's never going to settle for you. You've got to be relaxed yourself, and you have these little roll-ons.
Yes.
Pity we hadn't got any here today.
They're amazing. You can check them out on the website. I'll link them down below.
I use them. They're brilliant. So they just calm you. They just keep you, you know, more relaxed. And you just put them on your wrists.
They smell like a spa. They're beautiful.
They are very good. And it's all about your approach. So for these nervous dogs, as I say, that have come from rescues or whatever their background is, we've all got backgrounds as humans and dogs and whatever else. Just try and keep the environment really calm, quiet, and if you have to get them in first thing in the morning before any other dogs come, 9 times out of 10 I do that, because they're just wakened and they've got a good night's sleep and they're more relaxed when they just waken, and they're not stressed out or whatever, so they're not head up the whole day and they've got their anxieties going. So we get them in probably about 8. I know it's early for some people, but I work from home, so it's easy for me to do that. But anyway, I would do that dog before any other dog comes into the salon at 8:30 or whatever, and I get that wee dog done. So that's the best advice I can give you on that.
Okay, so pups then. We've covered nervous dogs, maybe in terms of rescue dogs or anything like that, but pups, somebody that's got a pup and they're wanting to get it groomed, tell us firstly, when do you start?
Literally after they get all their vaccinations. Literally, and I say it all the time now, a lot of people come to me and say, for instance, Tori, you've came to me and say, my friend told me that I don't get my dog groomed until it's a year. Your friend's not a groomer.
Yeah.
It's traumatic for dogs to come into a salon. As you all know yourself, it can be a very scary place. All these big humans walking about, and these dogs are this size, and they're like going, holy God, who are these people? And they're freaking out, and they're scared, and noises of dryers, blasters, things like that. Oh, scare the life out of them. And what we do is we get them in and we play about with them, and maybe bring them in maybe once or twice in a month. And if they come in on their wee tiny pups, and they're actually, pups are learning every day, every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, every 1 minute. They're like babies. And get them in and get them in a wee bath maybe. If you have a cabin dryer, fantastic. If you don't have a cabin dryer, a crit dryer is actually a very, very good thing. I don't have any of those, but my students all buy those. It's just like something you hook onto the crit.
Oh, okay.
And it can dry the wee dogs. Brilliant. If they're nervous, we're sitting on tables and things, and they're running around like lunatics, and you're trying to hold them, and that's scary. That's a very scary process. So if you have a wee cabin dryer or a wee crit dryer, or even if you just put your stand dryer on a crate and cover it and just keep it down low. no heat, very little heat, and let the wee dog sit on there so it gets used to the noises and things. And for pet owners out there, get the hoover on every day, let the pup run around and play with it, because that noise is just like the noises we have for blasters and dryers,
and to get used to it then,
you know. And it's just getting them in, and patience is a virtue. You don't just think, oh God, there you go, new dog, £20, £30, whatever, want to bath it, get it on, make money on it. Don't. Get them in, get them calm,
because they'll stay
down.
with you
and
then.
if it's just even to trim their wee feet and things like that, you know, and you just say, "On ahead, I'll trim your wee feet," and I'll get the wee dog up on the table, and they're not even washed. You're just getting them a feel of you holding them and handling them and things like that. That's the most important part of dog grooming. I know we're all out to make a wee bit of money, and we're all human at the end of the day, and we're running a business and we've got bills to pay, but like for 5 minutes out of your day just to get the wee dog in and play with it and cut round its wee eyes, even if it's squealing out of it, and they do squeal out of it when it comes to wee shih tzus and things, they're the worst because their eyes are so close to their face, or pugs or things like that, so close to their nose, and big bright eyes, and you're coming in with these big shiny scissors and you're going, come on, I'm going to cut your face. Take your time.
It's a lot.
Try and come in from behind. We try and do that with our students and things. We come in from behind the dog and working from the top of the face down, be very careful around the eyes and things. But I mean, even if it's just 5 minutes and you don't charge your customer for that and get them booked on them for a couple of weeks later, and you know, it doesn't take a lot for 5 minutes of that.
Plus they'll stay with you then. You know, if you're the one that took the time and the patience with the dog, they're going to stay with you. They're not going to be bouncing around.
And another thing, let them see how stressful it can be for the dog. Let your customer stand outside the window and look in, and let them see how stressful it can be for the dog, so they get a better understanding. Because I get a lot of people coming to me and, you know, saying, oh, I took it to this groomer and they didn't have a good experience, and I says, well, how long was it from their last groom? Or even if they're just pups and it's just scared life for the pup, they come out trembling and things like that. Yes, that can be traumatic. A grooming salon can be traumatic. And for the likes of people that went, oh, I took my dog, and they bawled at the dog and he was shaking and he was just scared and that and this, that and the other and things like that, you know, that's not 9 times out of 10, it's not the groomer's fault. It's the fact that the dog hasn't been groomed in like months and months and months, and it's
maybe
just
nothing at home, brushing at home or
and they
anything
have to
like
be
that.
shaved down, and it can be a traumatic thing for dogs, you know. And
so it's both, it's the groomer and the pet owner have to work together.
Educate your customers.
Okay.
Sell them a brush, sell them a comb, sell them a wee nail grinder, whatever it is to get that wee dog happy. Teach them how to use, or tell them how to get an old toothbrush, electric toothbrush, run the vibrations up and down the dog, whatever it is you can put into your head to get these wee dogs to settle in the salon, or even rescue dogs, and all those things that, you know, it all helps. It all helps just to educate your customers and give them a brush and a comb. You can get them here, bulk buy, and you can get them for retail. And it doesn't have to be an expensive comb or an expensive brush. It can be like £6-7 for a brush, or £6 or £7 for a comb, or whatever it is, just to get them used to it. And try and educate your customers, because a lot of customers come and they do say bad experience in this one or bad experience there or whatever.
But it's both. They have to do it at home as well.
It's up to both customer and groomer to be able to get that wee dog to settle. That's my best advice that I can give you.
So then we're going to talk about a few products. So I have a few products down here that Michael would recommend. So firstly, this is the Design a Dog Aroma Zone shampoo. So tell us about this. Why is this good for nervous dogs?
It's good for nervous dogs because of the aroma that comes out of it. Is there lavender in that one? Yes, there is. I think so. Yeah, I can't even see it with that. But I mean, it's a calming shampoo, and calming shampoo.
Tea tree, oil and lavender.
And lavender, I was right. It's a calming shampoo, and it can help the wee dog relax. It's the smells and the aroma give it off it, and also you being a lot calm. That actually would, the smells of that actually makes you feel a wee bit calm yourself.
Yeah.
And Design a Dog shampoos are fantastic shampoo. They are. That's what I like. I love them. I love the Groom Professional as well.
Yep.
I do use a lot of it.
We actually have another one down here.
But my favourite would be the Design a Dog, and I love that stuff.
This is a good one then for at home. So the likes of Michael saying, you know, if you've got a rescue dog or you've got a puppy that you're maybe trying to get used to, if you're doing a little bit of bathing at home, get a tranquil shampoo. This is the tranquil one from Groom Professional, and this is a soothing fragrance, so it's lavender. But this is good for in between as well. Yeah, well, if you know you're going to be 6 or 7 or maybe 8 weeks between grooming, and you're phoning your groomer and you're going, God, he smells a while lot. Yes, you can get colognes and things, but sometimes colognes can be chemically, and that just depends what kind of colognes you do buy. And it only masks it as well.
It only masks the smell and the dirt. If you want to wash your wee dogs at home, these are fantastic as well. And tea tree and lavender. Tea tree and lavender, and this as well. Tea tree and lavender together combined is a brilliant soothing, calming thing, and even for yourself. It is great, even if you could use this in your own hair.
Literally, you could. Any of the groom professional
Any of the groom professional stuff is actually, it's cosmetic built. It's not domestic built, and it is. You can use it in your own hair.
They're fab.
Is fab. And for the wee dogs at home, Tori, brilliant shampoo.
That's a really good one. And then we have one more product, which is something that is not really to do with it, but it kind of is to do with nervous dogs. So obviously, the likes of your blasters, your dryers, everything like that, drying a dog can be quite a long process depending on the coat type. So we've got the Fast Dry Spray. This is the classic one. Now, this is going to help in aiding your drying process. So you literally, this comes with a little spray pump. You get the spray pumps, you spray it on the coat, and this just quickens up the time. So it just makes the water literally fall off the top of the coat.
It grips the water. If you look back in some of the videos of my demos at my own salon, you'll see that I've used fast dries and things, and why I've used them is for even big double coated dogs to penetrate that coat and get that hair. The water just slides off the coat. It is a fantastic wee product to have in your salon, especially for nervous dogs. You get them dried a lot faster. It's
very good. So that's a roundup then of how to deal with nervous dogs. We've talked about Michael's experience with dogs, things that he would recommend, products that we would recommend, and there's nothing really more to add to that, is there, Michael?
No, just time and patience, guys, is the virtue for this kind of job, and especially when it comes to nervous dogs, because you know yourself, they've all got history. And be calm, be safe,
be calm in yourself.
Do not, if a dog's very aggressive and going to bite you, just leave that to somebody that's very experienced that can handle that. But I mean, when I say nervous, I mean nervous dogs, just to keep them in a nice, calm environment. And that's the best thing we can advise you on.
Perfect. So I'll hope that you really enjoyed that, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. See you later.
Bye.